Good morning. Today I am filming my practice from the beautiful Cayman Islands and I am so excited to be here. This sequence is unplanned and it's going to be completely spontaneous, so I appreciate you joining me on your mat today. And if you ever feel called to take a different pose, or if anything feels painful, please do take a different pose. And you can simply come to rest at child's pose, or you can go into your downward facing dog, whatever feels right to you in that moment. But to begin, we're going to start here in easy seat, and we're just going to begin by connecting to breath. So inhaling through your nose deeply and expanding that full upper body, that full stomach, feeling the oxygen expand in your side body, the front and the back. And when you exhale, begin to exhale deeply and long through your mouth. So it'll look like this. Beginning to slow the mind and simply focus your awareness on the rise and the fall of your breath. Letting go of any contraction that you have on your lower abdomen, releasing the need to tighten the stomach. Let it just simply relax as you breathe. And notice how that opens up more space for more oxygen on that inhale. Listening to all the sounds of the nature all around us. And slowly bringing movement to breath by just doing some gentle neck circles. So we're going to just drop our right ear to our right shoulder. Circle down, looking down, tucking the chin. Bringing left ear to left shoulder, and gently looking back, opening your chest up to the sky, and continuing with your own breath. Exhale, chin tucks, looking down. Inhale, chin lifts, eyes gaze up to the sky. And slowly, when you're ready, go ahead and switch that circle in the opposite direction. Good. When you're ready, come back to that neutral spine, facing forward. And we're just going to take some body rolls here. So hands on your knees and just gently rocking either big circles or small circles, whatever feels good to you, your spine. Feel that stretch in your side. Each time you roll to the opposite direction, try to stretch it out a little further. There's no wrong way to do this. flow freely, just like the water that surrounds us right now. Inhale on your forward fold. Exhale as your body reaches the back of your mat. And when it feels right to you, just switch directions, balancing this movement to the other side. Continuing to focus and pairing breath with movement. And as you come to easy seat again, we're just going to take our hands behind our back, interlacing your fingers, pushing down on your shoulders, lifting the chin and the chest. Bound lotus. Bringing that forward again, and we're going to do some seated cat-cows. So on your cat pose, you're going to arch your back, tuck your chin, and you're going to exhale all of the oxygen. Inhale, arch your spine, lift your chin. Exhale, curve the back like a Halloween cat, tucking your chin. This is a very active pose, so you're going to bring your belly button to the back of the spine. You're going to tighten your forearms, your biceps, your shoulders. You're going to feel it in that upper body as you inhale, releasing everything up to the sky. Good. One more here. Settling in, and before we begin our flow, taking this opportunity to set an intention for your practice that you can carry through to your day. It's one goal, one accomplishment that you would like to succeed in today. Seal that with a breath in. And a long exhale out. And begin to make your way into tabletop. We're going to stack our shoulders over our wrists, our hip bones over our knees, finding neutral spine here, maybe taking a series of cat-cows just to feel into our spine, slowing that movement down until you reach neutral. And once you feel strong and set up in your tabletop pose, we're going to find some balance here. We're going to do a few bird dogs. We're just going to set up by grounding that left leg into your mat, kicking that right leg out back behind you. And when you're ready, go ahead and move that left arm out in front. Focus on something that's not moving in front of you to find your balance. Engage your core, bringing that belly button up to the spine. And then tucking that knee to that left elbow. Slowly, with control, bringing it back. Let's do this 2 more times. Inhale as your body extends. Exhale as you contract everything together. Good. Lowering that hand, lowering that leg. We're going to go into the opposite side. Setting up, finding your balance, finding your neutral spine. You're going to kick that left leg out. Right hand goes forward. Exhale, everything meets together. Inhale, reach long. Last one here. Setting up again in your tabletop. We'll all meet right here. Tuck your toes. Extend your legs. Sitting back into your downward facing dog. Maybe pedaling out your dog here. You can take your dog for a little walk out in this beautiful nature. Continuing to breathe gently, without control here, just breathing naturally. Maybe you look over to your right side, stretching the side body. Maybe you look over to the left. Go ahead and take a bend in your knees, arch here, dropping the chin, extending back into your downward facing dog. Now we're going to come into high plank here. And as we go through our flow, I'm going to cue chaturanga. What you do here is you're just going to simply lower your hands slowly, like a push-up. Reaching your mat, untucking your toes, coming into upward facing dog. Meeting again in downward facing dog. If that's too much, you have an option for a modification here. We can go into high plank. You can drop to your knees, go into that push-up. You can take mini cobra. Or you can set up your arms underneath you into Sphinx pose. The object is to find a back bend that gives you a stretch without pain. Ultimately, we will all end up in downward facing dog. Good. So, setting up for our first round, we're simply going to walk our feet to our hands and forward fold. Maybe you hang here long with your hands dangling in front of you. Or if it feels right today, you can take your left hand into your right elbow, right hand into your left elbow, and hang. Maybe finding some movement here in your feet, lifting one heel, then the other. Maybe you have a gentle sway. Or maybe you simply find stillness and peace in the pause. Take a breath here. As you exhale, forward fold, hands meet your mat. Maybe you have to bend your knees here to do so. Go ahead and take a big bend, or if you can, straighten, extend those legs. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, root to rise. Touch your mat, bringing those hands up to the sky. Take cactus arms for a mini back bend. And then swan dive back down to meet your feet. Extend those legs, one back, then the other, high plank. Chaturanga. Everyone meets in downward facing dog. Good. Now we're just going to start to build on that sequence here, just one at a time, so that way we can get used to the flow. You'll find you get stronger with every single round. We're going to go ahead and walk our feet slowly up to meet our hands again. Forward fold. Forward fold, inhale, half lift. Exhale, root to rise. Cactus arms, mini back bend. Go ahead and extend that right foot back. We're going to do high lunge. 90-degree angle in that front foot, extending that right foot back as long as you can, finding that strength in those legs. Hands reach up. Crescent lunge, mini back bend. Hands frame the foot. Runner's lunge. Sweep that left foot back to meet your right. High plank. Chaturanga. Remember, keep this slow, very slow as you drop down, all of your muscles engaged. Going through your flow. Meeting in downward facing dog. Setting up for the opposite side now. So we're going to go ahead and walk our feet back to our hands. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, root to rise. Cactus arms, mini back bend. Setting up here by moving our left leg back, high lunge. See if you can really drive that back leg far, making that engagement in your quad here, feeling it in your calves, distributing all of that weight in your front body onto that foot in all four corners of your right foot, holding that strength here, engaging your core, always engaging that core to keep you upright. Sweep those hands up to the sky. Crescent lunge, mini back bend. Sweeping your hands down to frame that front foot, runner's lunge. Taking that right foot back to meet the left, high plank. Going through chaturanga. Breathe in your up dog. Exhale, downward dog. Good. Now, from our crescent lunge, we're going to add on. So we're going to go ahead and again walk those feet up to meet our hands. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, root to rise. Cactus your arms. Hands meet the sky. Right leg back. High lunge. Crescent lunge, mini back bend. Now we're just going to pivot that back foot, that right back foot here, taking warrior two. Arms extend. Good. Find your strength in your warrior. Gaze over those front fingertips. Just breathe. Diving forward a few inches. Reverse your warrior. Cartwheel your hands down to frame that front foot. Runner's lunge. Left foot meets right foot. High plank. You've guessed it. Chaturanga. Same thing, other side. We're going to go ahead and walk our feet up to meet our hands. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, root to rise. Cactus your arms, mini back bend here. Hands meet the sky. Left leg now drives back. Right leg is where you place all your strength, all your weight. Rooting in. Finding your strength here. Crescent lunge, mini back bend. If you become wobbly or out of balance, that's fine. The earth will support you. You just get right back into it. Then we're going to go ahead and pivot that back foot. Setting up for warrior two. Again, finding that balance, finding that strength. That back foot should be planted parallel to your mat. Nothing can move that back foot. All of your Your weight, all of your strength is right here in the front. Arms out, gaze over your front fingers. Couple breaths here. Diving forward a few inches. Reverse your warrior. If you want to feel it deeper here, look up into that elbow. Cartwheel your arms to meet your front foot. Runner's lunge. Right foot meets back foot. High plank. Chaturanga. Starting to feel the fire build in the muscles, in the body. Our energy speeding and flowing. Meeting in downward facing dog. Continuing with that sequence, we're just going to build another pose on from our warrior two. Walking those feet to meet the hands, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, root to rise. Crescent, cactus arms, mini back bend. Hands reach the sky. Right leg drives back into your lunge. Now crescent lunge. Now warrior two. Pivoting that back foot. Diving forward an inch or two. Reversing your warrior. Now from here, you're going to straighten that front leg. Triangle pose. Bringing your hands here. If you need a block, you could grab a block. Otherwise, resting that hand on your mat. Right arm up to the sky. If you don't have the sun in your eyes, you could gaze open. If you've got the sunshine like me, eyes closed. If you want to take a bind here, you can go ahead. Make sure you're strongly set up. You're going to reach your left hand through your leg. Your right hand interlaces here. You lock with that left. Good. Taking a breath. Now remember, you don't have to take the bind. You can be right here in your triangle pose. Beautiful. Bending that front leg, we're going to go back into warrior two. Dive forward again. Reverse your warrior. Cartwheel the arms back down to frame that front foot. That front foot meets the back. High plank. Chaturanga. Setting up, same moves, opposite side. Go ahead and walk those feet to meet the hands. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, root to rise. Cactus the arms here, mini back bend. Hands meet the sky, left leg drives back. Crescent lunge here. Pivoting that back foot. Warrior two. Warrior two dives forward. Reverse your warrior. This is where you're going to straighten that front leg. Bringing that hand down to meet your match. Triangle pose. Now if you want to take the bind here, this will be a better view of it, you can take that hand through the leg. Interlacing those fingers here. And just breathe. Place your hand back, straightening that leg, triangle pose. Go ahead and bend that knee as you lift up back into your warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Cartwheel the arms to frame that front foot. Right foot meets back foot. High plank. Chaturanga. Slowly keep it controlled. Bringing that intention that you set for yourself back to your mind's eye. What was it? Have you been working towards it during your practice? Keeping your focus, staying connected. All right. Last build onto this sequence, we're going to go ahead and walk our feet up to meet our hands. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, root to rise. Cactus the arms. Hands meet the sky, right leg drives back. Crescent lunge. Pivot the foot. Warrior two. Drive forward, reverse your warrior. Straighten that front foot, triangle pose. Feel free to take the bind again if you wish. We're just gonna breathe here for a round. 1, 2, 3. If you took the bind, begin to unwind your body. Start to bend that front foot forward, coming back into your warrior two. From here, we're going to bring our back hand forward, warrior one, body facing the front, squaring off, dropping those hands, interlacing those fingers behind you. Slowly, chest meets leg, humble warrior. Good. Breathe here. When you're ready, slowly unbind those fingers. Simply frame that front foot, pivot that back foot forward. Front foot meets the back. High plank, chaturanga. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Setting up for the opposite side. Find your breath here. When you're ready, walk your feet to meet your hands. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, root to rise. Cactus your arms. Hands meet the sky. Left foot drives back. Big step back here. Crescent lunge. Pivot that back foot, warrior two. Dive forward, reverse your warrior. Straighten that front leg, triangle pose. 3 breaths here at your own pace. Last breath. Good, gently come out of this. Bend that front leg forward, warrior two again. Squaring off, warrior one. Sinking a little deeper into that front leg if you can. Interlacing those hands, those fingers behind you, pulling on the shoulders, pulling down, opening that chest here for a moment before you dive forward, resting chest on that front leg, humble warrior. Breathing in. Unlace those fingers, framing that front foot. Pivot that back foot forward. Right foot meets the back. High plank. Just hold it here for a second. Find your strength. Your entire body strong, every muscle engaged, your core tight, your glutes tight, your calves, your thighs. Slowly drop into your chaturanga. Downward facing dog.